Oh, wow, really? I didn't know that.
Exactly.
Our citizen panelist is a student from Portland, Oregon, where he watches us on KATU, backed by popular demand. Colin Bowe. Colin, there you are. Nice to see you. He is a student activist and spoken for sane alternatives to the firearms epidemic. I believe that spells safe. Ben Geltz. Ben. Nice to meet you. And her multi-platinum hits include For You I Will and The Boy Is Mine. The CD is of the same name, The Boy Is Mine. She is Monica. Monica. How are you? Enjoy. Join us right there. Woo. Okay. Fellas, control yourself. I know it's exciting to be in my presence. Okay. Well, you saw a little sketch, and the politicians, ever since that Littleton disaster, have been telling us there's all sorts of reasons for that. One of Bill Clinton's reasons was he said we could keep guns out of schools if we just kept underage kids out of the movies. So they put in this new...
Sounds logical.
Yeah, sounds logical. They put in this new photo ID thing where you have to get photo ID, and it's a lot harder for people of your age to get into R-rated movies. Does it matter? Does it help? Do you care?
It's such a politician's issue. I mean, it's such an easy way to get votes. Look, I mean, seriously, today they Senator McCain, he has a petition-based campaign to send letters to Hollywood not to use violence in movies. Come on, guys. I mean, a petition-based campaign.
I disagree, actually. I saw part of American Pie, and I wanted to kill someone. Basically, the people who made it. I thought
it was very funny.
I walked out of the movie. I mean, I saw part of it, and I was like, you know, it's just stupid.
But you know what? You freely walked in the movie, right?
I wandered into it somehow. I don't know what I was doing, but...
Right, but I don't think that even if there were more censorship as far as movies are concerned, I know sometimes, I just turned 18, hey, rated R movies are sometimes what I do soundtracks to. And it's quite necessary. It's quite necessary
as the typical teen does. Of course.
I do soundtracks all the time for movies.
No, really though. I don't even think that's necessary. Where I think all of the issues are at home. Because if there were ever a time that I spent 2 or 3 hours in my room, didn't come out, if there were times that maybe I didn't.
Are you alone? Are you alone in your room when you're in there for 2 or 3 hours, or?
If you're in there 2 or 3 hours, that's a problem.
Well, isn't endurance supposed to be a good thing? Stamina, you know?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you can just go.
But you know when your child's behavior changes.
I mean, instead of looking at movies, why are we looking at...
And that switches, then that should be, hello, there's a problem.
Right.
I think that if I'm normally to myself, that's the way I like to be. And if you're a parent, or if you're any type of parent, I think it would be noticeable to see the change in action, or even the change in dress.
Part of the thing she's talking about is when kids have a lot of violent episodes, they tend to have extreme mood swings, and they change what their behaviors are. And what she's talking about, if it's normal for you to go isolate yourself in your room for a couple hours, then that's just who you are.
But where are the parents in all this? Come on, seriously.
It doesn't hurt. I mean, if I from the time I was a little kid,
where are the parents? They're out. Maybe they're not at home either.
What's wrong with that?
Shouldn't
When you change suddenly, that's when parents should notice.
But changing suddenly when you're that age sort of is normal. When I was that age,
I mean, not to the extent. I mean, they should at least notice it. I mean, they should be checking the basements. I mean, seriously. I mean, why aren't they checking the basements? How can people...
Checking the basement?
In the sense of... in the sense of... building bombs in the basement.
Right,
So they should at least know that.
Yes,
that's
building bombs, I would say, is wrong. I've always said that.
When I'm in the basement, I just...
What are you in the basement doing? That's what we know.
That is none of your business. Unless, do you want to come in the basement with me?
I don't.
Colin,
I don't.
This is politically incorrect. It's not a platform for macking on Monica. Yeah, I know. You're living a fantasy, but, you know, that's for later on when you're in the hotel room. Because
But no, don't get me wrong. I was simply saying that I'm just changing behavior.
Yeah.
You should notice it. Even if I dye my hair.
Right.
you know, my mother just makes
It is
sure
that.
it's just time for a change, right? It's not, you know,
Right.
and we have a talk. I mean, it's different when you're an adult and you change it. But once when I was about 13, I came back and my hair was really long. It was black. And I came back with this almost white hair that was about this long.
Excuse
and my
me,
mother had to
but trends
take it
change
down.
so
Colin.
fast. What?
I'd like to hear the end of Monica's story. And you're not going to get it anyway. Go ahead, Monica.
I think, too, because
You came back, yes, with short white hair.
Yes, it was like this blondish hair, and I think that she didn't feel I was going through the types of changes that would allow me to lose so much self-control that I take my problems out on everyone around me, such as the
Right.
actual incident we're speaking of. But I think that it was definitely open opportunity there for her to have a talk with me and see if it was a change in trend or a change in her daughter.
We shouldn't be focusing in on movies. We should be focusing in on parents and teachers.
Well,
even-
part of the problem with that is
Or
that
kids. That's why I'm having this show. Because I've
Exactly.
had so many panels about this with adults dissecting kids. I thought,
Right.
let's have
Kids
them
need
on
to start- I
themselves.
think-
What are they?
I agree. Kids need to start. Kids don't pay attention to each other because we're all self-centered. It's just the nature
you
of being
saying
teenagers.
you?
Are you kidding? We don't
No.
pay attention
And
to
here's
each
the
other?
thing.
No.
One
You don't
person
even pay
the thing.
attention to me.
I don't want to pay attention to you.
Okay, we have to take a commercial. We'll be right back.